Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. So, I figured today, simple video. Let's talk about the RG slide. Okay. Now, most of us have probably seen this video, or, been out for at least a day here. So, let's talk about what we're seeing. Of course, as soon as I seen this, and it started out with like showing Forza and all that, I knew it's gonna be expensive. And then when I seen this, I was like, yep, Android. So we're already hitting the $200 price point minimum. This will start out as Anbernic's higher end. So I know you can like see me looking at stuff over here. I just had a random thought. Like, does this look like the old Sidekick, the LG Sidekick? So I know there's the Xperia Play. Let's look at that. Yeah, it's probably a little closer to that. Alright, so it's showing Wii gameplay. So far they've teased a black model and a white model. It'll probably stay at that. And of course, normally with those lesser color options, you already know it's a higher end. Let's back up a little bit here. So 120 hertz display, Android with Genshin Impact. Now I'm with everybody else. The only thing that throws me on this is the 4x3. Now, for something like this, obviously they're going to do what they normally do. Think of this as the RG Cube. Okay? They're going to throw out the high-end model because it's a new design completely. They don't have anything else like this. Okay? First one. So, and I'm just speaking for Anbernic. Let's tilt that up. Okay. So, they're going to put out the high-end model because everybody that wants the new model will pay the cost of that. But like I said, think of it like the Cube. Shortly after, we will more than likely see, a XX version. So an RG Slide XX. Just like the Cube. Now, I don't know if they're going to change it up, because if you look at the two different RG Cube versions, all they did is like change the layout of the sticks and the D-pad, and then on the back, there's not that big fan or that vent. So there's no telling what they're going to do with it. I've seen a lot of people talk about like, oh yeah, they'll do an XX version with a 16:9 screen. Well, that would be cool. But why the hell would they do that? It's more likely that they'll release this same model here, just less power in the XX version. Although, I would like to see a 16:9. I wanted to see an RG Slide 16:9 XX device, because obviously I'm going to be playing PSP games on it because it's like your new little PSP Go. I'm still excited they're making it. And the 4x3 screen is not... It wouldn't stop me from getting it, I guess. So, I don't know. I'm kind of in this gray area with it where I like it. I like this. This is okay. I'm okay with this placement here. It's compact. It looks fine. This still looks oddly squished. A lot of people are like, why didn't you do an OLED? Why did you do a touch panel and all this? Look, there's going to be other uses for this since it's Android. So really think of it like a phone, I guess, at this point. And I know somebody out there is going to be like, yeah, just get a phone. No, that's what this is. This is an old phone with an M-Con attached to it. I don't know. like I said, not going to prevent me from getting it. It sucks that the first one out is always the high-end model, the couple $100 model. But, you know, everybody will get their reviewer stuff first and be able to look at it and let us know what they think. So we'll be able to see a more accurate depiction of the size, the screen, everything. So right now, I mean, every time we see these videos from Anbernic, this doesn't tell me enough at all. It always looks odd. So what we know about it: 4.7-inch screen. It says LTPS touchscreen. 1280 by 960, 4:3 aspect ratio, up to 120 hertz refresh rate, 1200 to 1 contrast ratio, 500 nits of brightness. Yep, we don't know anything about the actual power of this thing. A lot of people, I've seen posts where they were talking about it'll have a T820 in it, it'll have a Dimensity chip in it, it'll have a Snapdragon chip in it, which the Snapdragon one I seen was bullshit. They haven't really done much. Any Snapdragon? Don't quote me. But they haven't done that. So I would assume, Dimensity, sure. Unisoc, maybe. I would like to see an OLED, but I'm not against it being a non-OLED screen. It might save just that little bit extra, I don't know. I'm curious about the price point. I'm betting around $250. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm betting around $250. So maybe we wait for the Slide XX. I don't know. I do want it as it is. I kind of want your guys' opinion on this. What do you think about this device? What's your take on this 4x3? What's your take on this? Everything with it? Honestly, the way it looks. Does this look all squished to you? I mean, no company makes a handheld that is necessarily specifically and built only for one system. I mean, I know we just got through like the Game Boy type stuff, the SPs and the GBAs, and a lot of companies did the resolution for whatever scaling for these, but it's not like they set like the button placement just for that, or else we'd have a bunch of just two-face button Anbernics out there. And I would like to see that too as a cheap alternative to a lot of shit. I don't know, maybe we'll get one of these on the channel and check it out. I'll do my best to get one of these, guys. If I can swing this, I'll get one. Okay? If not, I'll have to hold off for like the XX version. But I'll try. I got bills to pay, damn it. But this is the Xperia Play people were talking about. Like, if you look at comments, people say it's like an Xperia. Yes and no. What do you guys think? I don't really care about it looking like the Xperia Play at all. It's not something I had. It's not something I cared about. I do like PSP Go. I think that was really slept on. I remember when that came out, I really wanted one, but couldn't get my hands on it. Younger and completely broke, so yeah. Only thing that's changed is the younger part. All right. I know there's not a whole bunch of info on it, and I just kind of went back and forth, but that's my thought process when I see these handhelds, guys. I normally don't always do it on camera where I'm like, What would be neat is, you know what? Sorry, I'm going to stop myself. When this video came out of this person picking it up and sliding it, all I mentioned was the size of it. You can see the vent right here, and I didn't notice that. If I would have noticed this vent in the first video, I immediately would have known it's going to be 200 plus, capable of PS2. That vent design right there gives it away, because XX devices don't really have that because they don't really need it. But that vent, if I would have seen it, damn it. That's rough. Anyway, what I would like to see, and it'll probably change the whole profile of it, but I still wouldn't be against it, is to have grips on it like the RG Cube. You know, the bump outs in the back of the Cube are great. They're wonderful size. Love it. We won't get that here. It'll probably be flat or maybe just a slight little bump, but it looks flat as hell from what I've seen. But I would like to see the Cube like back to it. That would be awesome. That would make it a really comfortable PSP Go style slide device. And then all we need to do is get the rest of, check the rest of the boxes. Let's get a 16:9 AMOLED display. Let's price it at $20, free shipping, and have it, stocked 2 miles from my house where I can just go pick it up if I wanted to. None of that's going to happen, though. But that's what I meant by, like, check all the boxes. This shit would be awesome. Oh, and if you guys haven't realized this, Anbernic will be in Best Buy stores. Go look on Best Buy. They're starting to post stuff. I don't think you can purchase anything yet, but like the 557, the 406, H and V, they're going to be in Best Buy. Best Buy must have, realized that there's a huge community behind this. There's a market here. And we don't have retail locations for this stuff in this country. So putting this stuff in Best Buy will just shine the light on the emulation community and the handheld community. And it should grow a lot more once people see these. Now, we're also going to get into the era of a lot of people will buy these devices. They won't know a damn thing about them. They're going to go home, not know what they're doing, not be able to use anything, get mad and return it, or sit on it and sell it for cheaper. So when these devices do start showing up in Best Buy, start watching eBay, start watching Mercari, start watching all those places, because they're going to start showing up for cheap. Watch your marketplace near you, Facebook type stuff, because it's going to happen, because people aren't going to know what they're doing with them. They might mess around with the Android side of it. And if they don't return it to Best Buy, you'll be able to get it for cheap. So, but yeah, that's a pretty untapped market over here. You have to order all this stuff, so having it readily available in store, except for the price increase that you'll see, I would almost be tempted to go get a 406H from Best Buy. I've always liked the look of the 406H. I always kind of wanted a 406H, but I don't need it. And it's kind of a costly device to not really have anything different going for it. It's a slightly bigger cube, without the square screen. I don't know. Okay. Moving on. So tell me what you guys think about the slide. What's your opinion here? What's your first impression? And if you haven't, now you just kind of watched this video. So if you haven't watched this video, go watch it. But you just kind of watched it. So what are your thoughts after seeing this? Is this something you're going to go get? Are you going to wait for the XX version? Because realistically, I don't care to play PS2 on it. It's not going to be as comfortable as like my RP5. So yeah, I wanted this device for a small, 16:9 slide PSP Go I can just keep with me. That shit would have been awesome. But can't get everything you want. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Where do you stand? Are you okay with the 4x3? Do you want the 16:9? Do you want the OLED? Or are you cool with the screen they're using? Let me know. So side note, my sponsor and best friend started playing one of my all-time favorite games. Okay. been messaging me about it. It has sparked me to want to play it. But I've been holding off because I'm trying to let him get a lot further in it. That way when I start, it's not like in a couple days he's like, hey, where you at? I'm like, I already beat it. Since I know everything, there's no hang up for me. I can run right through it. He's playing it for the first time. Seems like he's really enjoying it. But it gave me that feeling that I wanted to go like chill on his couch and have him like, you know, dock his handheld, put it up on the screen and just hang out and bullshit and just, you know, like we used to do when we were younger, like hang out with your buddies and watch them play a game. A lot of times it was the most boring shit ever, but once in a while they played that game that you were invested in, even if you weren't playing. So, you know, when I first moved here to Oklahoma, I used to have a buddy come pick me up. On the weekends, we'd go over to his house, go to his room, he'd kick on the PS2, and I would sit there and watch him play NBA Street for hours. Even though it was multiplayer, he just played like the season stuff, so I got insanely bored. And I like NBA Street now, but oh my God, there was times where I like hid and was like, I'm not home. When he knocks on the door, tell him I'm not home, having other people answer the door. Eventually, he would show up at my house, and I'm like, nah, man, I'm busy. I was playing Diablo 2 at the time. And one day I forced him to come in, sit down, and watch me play a game. He watched me play Diablo 2 the whole time, wanting to go to his house so I could watch him play NBA Street. And we left, and I convinced him to run to the store, go to the store, and I picked him up a copy of Diablo 2. That way I could go back home, play Diablo 2, and he could sit at his house and play Diablo 2, and I wouldn't sit there bored as hell watching NBA Street. Cost me a little bit of money, but it was well worth it because we played Diablo 2 for a couple of years consistently together. But it got me out of that. Anyway, so sponsor playing one of my favorite games. Here it is. A lot of you already know this. Breath of Fire 3. I'm still early on in the game. I'm only a couple hours in. Just got with the Princess Nina. But if you know, you know. This game is awesome. The music's pretty decent, like the soundtrack. It's not Chrono Trigger level, but it's fun. And I'm really enjoying it on the 34XX SP. It's been really comfortable. It's been really nice to play it on this device, considering the screen is one of my favorite screens, you know, out there right now for budget devices, I guess. But I am absolutely loving this. So, but little extra, I guess, so it's not just about the RG slide. Have any of you played Breath of Fire 3? If you have, tell me what you think. If you haven't, go do it. What the hell? You got handhelds. You're watching this channel because you're interested in handhelds. Go play Breath of Fire 3, PS1, okay? Go. No, like right now, like don't even pause the video. Don't wait for the video to end. Go get a copy. Play the damn thing. Okay? Better not still be here watching this video. You better go play Breath of Fire 3. I'm not kidding. Anyway, alright. So if you played it, if you've beaten it, haven't beaten it, let's talk about it. Like what's your party? Like what are the 3 characters you run with endgame? What else? I mean, that's mainly the topic of conversation for most games. Like what are the characters you use? So what do you think? Like who's your favorite character? Whose storyline are you invested in? Because I could tell you my 3 favorite characters, even though there's a character I don't hardly use that can become godlike if built correctly. So, all right, guys, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to continue playing Breath of Fire 3 and enjoy myself as my workday begins shortly. I'll be playing this on and off. Gotta love these little flip devices. I can just like set it down over here, pick it up, close it, set it down, and keep going. But, yeah. Let me know in the comments what you think about the slide, all that stuff I talked about. Let me know what you think about, you know, or let me know if you've played or plan to play or are going to play, or if I convinced you to play Breath of Fire 3. One of my favorite PlayStation games. One of my favorite RPGs. Not my favorite. One of my favorite. And if you've read my comments in the past, by the way, somebody figured out my all-time favorite N64 game. It was my sponsor. He had recalled I mentioned it a long time ago. And it took him a minute. He made a couple wrong guesses, and then he got it right. And he could read me easy. So as soon as he guessed it, he already knew that was it. But yeah, I'm still making it a thing. So Dub, don't ruin it. Don't comment what it is on here. Okay? Don't tell everybody because they're going to be like, oh, shit. No, don't do that. But yeah, it's a game people wouldn't expect. All right, I'll see you guys in the next episode.